Winnie Madikizela, also known as Winnie Mandela, was a South African anti-apartheid activist and politician, and the second wife of Nelson Mandela. She served as a Member of Parliament from 1994 to 2003, and from 2009 until her death, was the Deputy Minister of Arts and Culture from 1994 to 1996. A member of the African National Congress (ANC) political party, she served on the ANC's National Executive Committee and headed its Women's League. Madikizela Mandela was known to her supporters as the Mother of the Nation. Born to a Mpondo family in Bizana, and a qualified social worker, she married anti-apartheid activist Nelson Mandela in Johannesburg in 1958. They remained married for 38 years and had 2 children together. In 1963, after Mandela was imprisoned following the Rivonia trial, she became his public face during the 27 years he spent in jail. During that period, she rose to prominence within the domestic anti-apartheid movement. She was detained by apartheid state security services on various occasions, tortured, subjected to banning orders, banished to a rural town, and spent several months in solitary confinement. In the mid-1980s, Madikizela Mandela exerted a reign of terror, and was at the center of an orgy of violence in Soweto, which led to condemnation by the anti-apartheid movement in South Africa, and a rebuke by the ANC in exile. During this period, her home was burned down by residents of Soweto. The Truth and Reconciliation Commission (TRC), established by Nelson Mandela's government to investigate human rights abuses, found Madikizela Mandela to have been politically and morally accountable for the gross violations of human rights committed by the Mandela United Football Club, her security detail. Madikizela Mandela endorsed the necklacing of alleged police informers and apartheid government collaborators, and her security detail carried out kidnapping, torture, and murder. 1999, most notoriously the killing of 14-year-old Stompie Sepe, whose kidnapping she was convicted of. Nelson Mandela was released from prison on the 11th of February 1990, and the couple separated in 1992. Their divorce was finalized in March 1996. She visited him during his final illness. As a senior ANC figure, she took part in the post-apartheid ANC government, although she was dismissed from her post amid allegations of corruption. In 2003, she was convicted of theft and fraud. She temporarily withdrew from active politics before returning several years later. Madikizela Mandela's Xhosa name was Nomzamo, she who tries. She was born in the village of Mbongwani, Bizana, Pondoland, in what is now the Eastern Cape Province. She was the 5th of 9 children, 7 sisters and a brother. Her parents, Columbus and Gertrude, who had a white father and Xhosa mother, were both teachers. Columbus was a history teacher and a headmaster, and Gertrude was a domestic science teacher. Gertrude died when Winnie was 9 years old, resulting in the breakup of her family when the siblings were sent to live with different relatives. Failed verification, Madikizela Mandela went on to become the head girl at her high school in Bizana. Upon leaving school, she went to Johannesburg to study social work at the Jan Hofmeyr School of Social Work. She earned a degree in social work in 1956, and several years later earned a bachelor's degree in international relations from the University of the Witwatersrand. She held a number of jobs in various parts of what was then the Bantustan of Transkei, including with the Transkei government, living at various points of time at Bizana, Shawbury and Johannesburg. Her first job was as a social worker at Baragwanath Hospital in Soweto. If you enjoyed this episode, kindly let me know in the comments section. Don't forget to subscribe. Thanks.